So this little guy bit the dust, or at least it did for a while. The little light, if you put it on cool or cold, it would just flash green and do nothing. If you put it on high, it would flash red and do nothing. So I left it unplugged for a good, I don't know, 8, 9, maybe even 10 days. And then I was like, what the hell? I'll give it one more tint before I throw it away. And I put it on cold, and it blinked like 2, maybe 3 times. And then it stayed solid. But the fan made gnarly noises. I took my electric air compressor and I blew a crap ton of dirt and dust out. Or just dust, not dirt. But, so, since it works, or at least the fan moves, I don't know if it, I haven't tested to see if it makes cold yet, if it gets cold, but I bought this guy for it. So, gonna upgrade that fan so it should be quieter, which the sound never really bothered me. The one I have now is smaller than this. It doesn't hold 16-ounce bottles like this one does, and it's so much louder than this one. But this one sounds bad. The fan in it, the bearings or something went out. I don't know. It sounds bad. So we're gonna go ahead and take the 6 screws off the back here, and we're gonna see how difficult it is to put this fan into there. Okay, with 6 screws removed, you now see that there is the heatsink there, and then the fan right there. So we're going to go ahead and take that heatsink out. We're going to replace it with some new thermal paste, and we're going to take that fan out and put the new fan in it. Alright, with these 2 very gross screws, got this off. Going to clean that off. Apply some new thermal paste. So that's a little odd. This fan, I didn't see any screws, so I was just like, whatever, and I yanked on it. There's 1 screw, but now it comes out, and it connects to this little board. Red wire going towards the fan, black wire facing away from the fan. So the top of the unit, bottom of the unit. Red wire, bottom of the unit. Black wire, top of the unit. Just going to pull that out and replace it. Okay, so this actually comes up and reveals screws. I'd like to point out that I only removed 2 screws, and now I have access to what I needed access to, which is this guy. I just want to see how this little cable was held in, and I didn't want to break anything. Alright, fan is out. Huh, interesting. Connector. Alright, so, yep, same size. I'm going to take that screw out. That was easy. Okay, so it has a different style connector on it. But you see that there's a red, black, yellow. We're going to basically just take that end off, and we're going to make it work, because we don't need the yellow one. Don't need that. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. I like this idea, because look, it's just the 2 cables, red and black. Just take that off of there and use those 2 and connect it to that. That way I don't have to. I'm deciding what I want to do. Do I want to, you know what, this fan might outlive this refrigerator, so I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. Alright, so I got some tape and connected it together, and then this is just going to sit in here. I took the little brown thingies off just so it fit a little bit easier and better in there. Alright, there we go. Now to just clean that thermal paste off and put this back, well, plug the fan in to the little connector right here. Alright, that's in. Now just put that up and screw it back in place. Alright, so that's screwed in. Fan's in. Okay, so I put 1 screw in there and 1 screw in there, so now this is in place. Alright, so I've got that all cleaned up right there. It doesn't look like it, but it's pretty smooth. And then I cleaned up this. So now all we're going to do is just apply some new thermal paste And I'll smooth that around. Alright, got the bottom part on there. Now we're just going to put some on the top here. Probably should have used it on the other side, but whatever. I tried cleaning these screws up, but these screws are just gross, and I dipped them in alcohol, but got this screwed down now. So now to put those other 6 screws back in and see if it works, and then wait 24 hours and see how cold it is, because hopefully it's colder than it was originally, which I have no complaints about how it was originally, because it got my drinks cold enough. So we'll see. Alright, this is the second to last clip. I've got 4 16-ounce bottles in there. I'm going to go ahead and test to see if that fan turns on, because the connections were not the best. I just kind of, twisted them and put some tape around it. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. Got this little meter, tells me what's going on. So I'm going to flip the switch. Awesome, the fan's working. Ooh, you can't even hear it. I'm gonna slow motion this clip. Alright, so we will come back in 24 hours and see how it's performing and how cold it is. I got this little gun here. So many y'all didn't like the last unboxing because I didn't have a gun at the time. It's so quiet. Oh yeah, and this is still the same day. I just did this. So we're going to go ahead and get a temperature. So 70 degrees. 70 degrees. Now, I always turn it off to clean that back wall because it gets ice on it. Oh, look at that. It's clearly working because it's like, and then right there, boom. It's clearly doing something. Awesome. It's so quiet. Alright, so it hasn't been a full 24 hours yet, but it is currently 3:08. So we're going to go ahead and open this thing up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We are back in action. What's the verdict? 37. Alright, let's see what the back looks like. 36 on the bottle. 35. 34. 33. 27. Oh my. Let's get the back bottle out. Alright, just so you can see, it's outside. The bottle's reading about 38, 37. Oh, look at that. 18 degrees. Oh my. Yep, that's working quite well. Alright, so yeah, this is about 36 degrees. And it hasn't been a full 24 hours. So these might get down to like 34, 33 maybe. Who knows? But I do know that that is very successful. And it's still very quiet. And it's moving quite a bit of air. So definitely a thumbs up from this little guy. Just took a little $20 fan in my messy workspace here. But if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you're new, subscribe. This is what Josh do, and I'm out.